Fraction of high reactive metals. What are these high reactive metals? Why are they highly reactive? The reason is they are normal elements and they are only one shell is incompletely filled. If one shell is incompletely filled, it is easier for them to give electrons. So hence, we are going to use that property to our advantage. The metals with high reactivity are obtained by electrolytic reduction. So electrolytic reduction, what do you mean by electro? Electric, lytic means splitting up and reduction means removal of oxygen, or in this case, removal of electrons. Let's see, fused NaCl. What do you understand by fused? Nothing. Fused means a molten. For an electrolytic process, we have to remember that the electrolyte, that is NaCl over here, has to be in the molten state. If it isn't in the molten state, there will be no conductivity available. Why, sir? Because NaCl in the solid form, the particles are tightly held. If the particles are tightly held, will the electrons, what is electricity? The movement of electrons. Will the electrons move if the particles cannot move? They can't. So in electrolysis, we need a molten electrolyte. What happens when the electrolyte is molten? NaCl from the solid state in the molten state converts itself into Na plus and Cl minus. Like I said, Na and Cl does not require each other. It is with each other only because of the positive and negative source. So it splits up as Na plus and Cl minus. So what happens next is I immerse two electrodes in this solution. When I immerse two electrodes, one is a negative and one is positive. You can see the power source. Imagine if Na is attracted to one negative electron, it will be highly attracted to a negative electrode which conducts much more electric power than one tiny electrons. Yes. So what happens when I start the electrolysis process? Remember, the negative electrode is called the cathode. Why? Because the cation, that is positive, is attracted towards the negative and the negative is attracted towards the positive. Negative is anion. The anion goes to the anode. Positive is the cation. Cation goes to the cathode. So we've kept a test tube so that there is no mixing of the final products. Carbon rods, which are immersed, Na plus and Cl minus split up and they get attracted, Na attracted towards cathode and on receiving electrons form sodium atoms stick on the surface. Similarly, chlorine gets attracted towards the anode, donate its electrons to form chlorine atom which release in the form of chlorine gas. Now you have to imagine this process with me. 2, 8, 1 was Na. When it gave one electron to Cl, it became 2, 8. But we want the pure Na. That's 2, 8, 1. So in order to make it pure, we are going to give electrons. So when it gives electrons, from where will we get the electrons? From the cathode. So cathode is electron rich. It gives electron to Na, forms 2, 8, 1. That is pure Na, and that Na is deposited over the cathode. Whereas Cl gets attracted to the anode. So where did we get these electrons? We get it from Cl. So Cl gives its electron to Na. Now Cl is 2, 8, 7. It got an electron and became stable. Now we want chlorine in the pure form. So Cl is going to take electron. Anode, being positive, is going to attract the electron out of chlorine. Chlorine will give an electron. But chlorine cannot be released as monoatomic. It is a gas. So it will be released as Cl2 gas. So what happened at the cathode? At the cathode, Na got an electron, became Na normal. We saw in the formation of NaCl how Na gives an electron and becomes Na positive. So it took an electron back and became Na. Similarly, at the anode, chlorine gave an electron and formed Cl2 gas. Now Cl2, we have to balance it by 2Cl. If one Cl gave one electron, 2 Cl will give me 2 electrons. Now those 2 electrons will be minus 2 electrons. So we took it, so we minus 2 electrons from 2 chlorines. So that minus, when you move on to the right hand side, it becomes positive. So Cl2 plus 2 electrons. Those 2 electrons are given to 2Na. How is that possible? How will we understand which electron goes to which Na? How is that? See, remember, in that fused NaCl, there is not one molecule of NaCl. There are like a million NaCls. And in that million NaCls, none of it matters. Why? Na is 11 electrons. Electrons in the world are the same. Provided Na has 11 electrons, it is Na. If it is 10 electrons, it is not Na, it is Na positive. So that is the difference. And electrolysis, I got pure Na and pure chlorine gas. So we understood everything, but we didn't get the whole idea of electrolysis. Why do we do this NaCl ka electrolysis? Why do we require NaCl? We require salt. Remember, student, salt is in abundance in nature. Every time you go to a beach, you will puke out water because you don't want it. NaCl is highly abundant, but Na as a pure metal is rare. So we electrolysis, we get Na as pure and Cl as pure. These are used in different industrial process to make different solutions. Thank you for listening.